We are going to start in child's pose. So find your child's pose anywhere on your mat. And have your knees just hip distance apart. So there's a little bit gap in between. And then you're going to start to rock your Vajrasana first, or thunderbolt pose, sitting on our heels, rocking left and right, or sides to sides, pressing your heels down or up all the way to your glutes. You feel that, right? And at the same time, you're massaging the tops of your feet so that you could warm up your ankles too. Good. Also your shins, everything. Starting to bring your awareness from the toes, knees, quads, spine, all the way up to the shoulders. Steady your Vajrasana. You're going to round your shoulders or circle it back. And forward. Good. And steady. Let's close our eyes together, taking a deep breath in through the nose. Exhaling as slow as you can. Finding stillness just for a little bit. One more time. Big breath through the nose. Ooh. And slowly exhaling. Good. Open your eyes. We're going to reach our hands all the way up, breathing in. And now we're going to come into our child's pose. You're going to fold all the way down, hands all the way down to touch your mat, and your forehead will drop down. Pressing the forehead firmly down. And you're going to start to rock your forehead to the right and to the left. You could roll your forehead to your mat. So just really feeling that point to your forehead and the mat connection as you roll sides to sides. Good. Big breath in. Breath out. Good. Now we're going to send our hands to the right side. Okay? Stretch your side body here. Breathe in. Head up. And breathe out. Drop down. Good. One more time. Big breath in. And this time, as you exhale, you're going to turn more to the right side. A gentle, yummy twist. Good. And then this time, you're going to come back to your center. And then we're doing that on the other side. Big breath in. And then exhaling to the left side. Drop the forehead down. Big breath in again. Breath out. Okay. Breath in. And as you breath out or exhale, again, turning more to the left side. Stretch and reach, reach, reach. Exhale. Good. Coming back to your center. Ooh, so good, right? A little bit of a side stretch. Now you're going to plant the right fingertips down and you're going to thread. We're going to thread the needle, okay? So left hand will now sweep underneath, drop the left ear down, and then you're going to send your hips up, right? So as you do this, from here, kind of like a child's pose, thread the needle, you're going to send it forward, hips up, and then you're bending that upper elbow, right? So from stretched elbow, sitting on the heels, woo, bend and shift your weight forward. Okay, and then we're going to stay here for a little bit. And really feel the yummy twist. Breathe. Okay, now right hand will go up, breathing in. And then exhale, you're going to cactus that right arm to the back, right? Just a more twist here. A little bit of a deep twist. Inhale and exhale. Cactus or bend the elbow. Sorry, I'm a little stuffed up. It's allergy season. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And drop to that bent elbow and push back to sit on your hips. Ooh, and this time, you're gonna, left hand now will face down. So you're gonna touch down, palms will face the ground. Okay, from here, you're in this X shape with your arms. You're gonna press your chin firmly down onto that upper arm. Good. You're gonna stretch and really keep on like Xing or XXX more your arms, right? To where you can feel that your collarbones or your clavicle are smooshed together, right? And then press your chin down. Breathe. My breath is very choppy because of the allergies. Ooh, okay, now uncross or untangle that arm and then send your hands forward for your child's pose. Good. Okay, we're going to do that on the other side, but I want you first to shift your weight forward, tabletop, and then shift it back. Good. Forward, tabletop, and child's pose. Breathe in, tabletop. Breathe out, child's pose. Last one. Breathe into your tabletop. Breathe out to your child's pose. Good. Now coming onto the left fingertips, right? So you can have that space where you can thread your right arm to the left side. Good. Drop the right ear down and stretch for a little bit before we bring the hips up. 3, 2, and 1. Shift your weight forward, bend the elbow, and bring it back. Inhaling as you shift forward, bending the elbow, and then breathing out as you push back to your child's pose, thread the needle. Beautiful. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. Ooh. Now, either you want to stay here, or if it feels better for you to stay in this hips up position with the elbows up, then stay here. Breathe. So good. All right. From here, I'll meet you here if you're sitting on your heels. Okay, hips up. And then we're going to bring the left hand up. Breathe in. Breathe out to cactus and bend the elbow. Ooh, really twist and breathe in. Breathing out. 2 more, just like that. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one. Breathe in. Breathe out. Ah, so good. Now dropping that left hand down and sitting on your heels. Now you're going to face that right palm now facing down. Same thing what we did earlier. You're going to really get your arms in an X-shaped position where you can really smoosh your clavicle or your collarbone and then pressing your chin down on the upper arm. Whew. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good. Breathing in, smoosh some more. Really stretch the arms. And then as you breathe out, you're going to melt your chin on the mat. Good. Oh, sorry about my mic. Let me just lift that up. There. Just keep on breathing and relaxing your body. And unthread your needle, hands forward, child's pose, and stretch some more. Ooh. Now from here, you're going to send your arms back, grabbing your heels. You're going to cup your heels with your hands this way. Good. From there, you're going to send your crown of your head down on the mat as close to your knees as possible. And then you're going to lift your hips up for your rabbit pose, okay? So we're going to stretch this way and then maybe dropping the heels down. Again, stretch just a little bit and then drop. Just to warm up the spine and really feeling your chin is tucked to your clavicle, right? Or collarbone. Good. And really you should feel this stretch of your rabbit pose on your cervical spine, right? So round, and then you feel the upper back stretching too, and release. Sitting on your heels, getting into your Vajrasana or Thunderbolt pose. Ooh. Now from here, we're going to send our knees as wide as the mat or as wide as it's comfortable for you, right? You want to really maybe splay out your heels to the sides so you can really fully ground and sit your bum down on the mat. All right, from here, you're going to find your back bend. So looking up, breathing in, and breathing out here. So just try to find that relaxing state with the back bend. I know this might not be a relaxed state, but if you could maybe grab your heels with your hands and then send your elbows back, right? So you're kind of squeezing now your elbows together behind you, but they're not really touching, right? And then you're feeling your scapula really almost touching, but maybe not, maybe they are. And then just drop the head down and relax here if you can feel it in a relaxed position. Breathe. So notice your breath. You want to breathe in and breathe out in that position. And that's so good if you're stuffed up like me. Notice my breath now, it cleared up, right? After all the breathing that we did in the beginning, and also because of this position. And then as you come up, you're going to really send your spine straight first before you bring your head last, right? So with any back bend, you want the head to come up last so you don't strain your neck. Okay, now we're going to start to circle the head with our necks. Whatever direction you want to start with. Ooh, so good. And now my breath is so cleared up. Yay! Ooh. And we're going to reverse that neck rotation. Now, if you want to get into your Sukhasana or easy cross-legged position, you can too. But if this is not a comfortable seated position for you, you actually want to do this more so that you can really stretch your ankles, because this is rarely what we do, right? To point the toes. So you want to really get that ankle mobility going if you have a very poor ankle mobility. So I know this is not a relaxing pose to a lot of people. But then if you get this in a relaxing state, you will notice everything in your legs, even your hamstrings, will start to get really more mobile or flexible, and then it will affect your back bends and everything else. All right, how are you doing? Look straight ahead and slide your hands forward. Good. In a very wide knees, okay? We're going to round our spine to lift up your heels from the mat or hips. And then you're going to really find your, like an up dog position where you dip your hips down, right? And now you will notice that it's a lot easier to back bend with that knees out. Again, round or arch to go back to your child's pose, and then round to forward. Dropping the heels or the hips as much as you can, and then back to child's pose. Okay, we're going to do this movement repeatedly, and then until you can really find that comfortable spot in your back bend. And you always want to pair it with your breath. Good. Whatever you did there, I want to always experiment with my breath, changing it up. But I usually inhale with the back bend position, at least for this particular one. Whew, and then exhale, relax in the position. Now my feet are really wider than my mat. Okay, so I want you to get into this like baby cobra, cobra pose, or up dog, whatever position you're in. Mostly we're going to be in a cobra if you can drop the knees and thighs down. Okay, and I want you to just really get a hold in this position where you feel that your the puson area, what is this? The lower belly, which is below your navel belly part, lifting up, right? So if you feel your hip bones, they're down, right, to the sides, and that's okay. They're up, but they're like almost touching, right? And that's what you just kind of want to get into. So if you can't really bend that much, right, you want to get a little bit of a micro bend in your elbows and just really maybe start to pulse your back like this. Baby pulses, no pushing, nothing is hurting or pinching, and then get into that relaxed position. It's really not relaxed still. Obviously, you're working on your back here. But then I want you to get that comfortable spot. Maybe find that yummy spot by wiggling your pubic bone, your thighs, left and right, and then get that steady position. Good. Hold. Oh, so good. And then push all the way back to that wide-legged child's pose. Whoo! Okay, so we're going to be doing this repeatedly, wherein we're going to be going into that wide-legged cobra, if you will. And then going to push back to child's pose. Okay, we're repeating this motion until you feel that your back is fully warmed up. Good. Okay, now from here, we're not done with the back bend. You're going to drop the belly down. Good. Still wide leg position. And then you're going to try to grab your inner thighs with your hands. So, as much as you can open to grab the inner thighs, right? From here, okay, you're going to really try to lift, right? So your back and upper back is not really steady, or it's not relaxed, right? You want to really push. So shoulders are going to be out, right? Externally rotating them, and then you feel that maybe your scapula is almost touching now, right? So get that active, really engage the upper back muscles. Good. From there, you're going to bend the right leg. Good. And then you're going to grab with a hand. Okay, now from here, I want you to grab from the inside, whether that be the ankle or the foot. It doesn't really matter, the arch, right? So I just want you to grab it from the inside, and you're going to send it out, okay? While still grabbing that inner thigh, so we can really get our back bend, okay? We can get our bow pose. Really good, okay? We're going to hold that position and just send that right foot out. Good. Hold. And then release, swap side. Grab the inner thigh of the right leg and then bend the left knee. Grab either the ankle or the foot and then send it out. Whew. Super intense. We're going to hold this position for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh. Now all the way, we're going to send your feet a little bit closer together. We're going to counteract in a rabbit pose. Push back to your child's pose. Drop the crown of your head down. Grab the heels with your hands and then hips up. Okay, finding the rabbit pose. Counteracting and really feeling the stretch of your upper spine, rather neck and thoracic, all the way you feel. So good. 3, 2, and 1. Sit on your heels. Ooh, and then we're gonna mobilize the spine before we do the bow pose, okay? Or rather the spine, the hips. Okay, so I want you to grab your hands in front, and then you're going to send your left knee towards your chest. We're gonna start with the left knee, okay? And then drop it down to your pigeon pose, okay? And then wiggle yourself to the left and to the right until you can really maybe ground in pigeon. It's gonna be hot here, buds. He's gonna disappear here soon because he doesn't want the hot or the heat. Okay. How are you doing? Good. Okay, now from here, you could either do this with your forearms down or up. Okay, this is now going to be depending on how you feel with this movement. You're just going to bring your toes up, okay, bending the knee. And I want you to really focus on sending it out as much as possible to square your hips. So that's why I kind of have you warm up earlier this way, right? Because the tendency when you fold your knee, if you film yourself in front, right, you will see your toes towards the opposite side, right? And I want you to really get it squared. And that's hard to do actively. But then if you put that in your mind, right, you will really bring your attention there. So you're just going to focus on that. So try to square your hips as much as you can for 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. From there, we're going to get into our mermaid pose, hooking that foot with the inner elbow, right? So eye of your elbow inside. And then from that position with the upper hand up, you're going to bring it all the way down. Okay, we're going to take this like mermaid variation first. And then let go of that left hand. Lift all the way up, breathing in. And then exhale, you're going to find the bind, right? Clasping your fingertips and hooking. Your head is now maybe pressing onto the upper arm of your left hand or arm and staying here. Feeling the sides, really the side bend and then the side stretching, right? So this side is scrunching, the right side, and then the opposite side is stretching completely. Good. Welcome to your mermaid. All right. Now we're going to add in a little bit. Okay. If this is too intense for your shoulders, you could unbind and then drop and then lift up. Okay. Drop, still hooked with the foot and lift up. Drop and lift. But if you're in good with your shoulder mobility like me, I'll show you what I meant. There. You're going to insert, okay? And up, insert your head, and then drop the hands and arms down. So you're basically really side bending and twisting your body to get that. Whew. And then release when you're ready and drop to your pigeon. Beautiful. All right. Now from here, we're going to bring both knees facing up. There. Okay, so you could do this with the support of your hand at the back, right? But if you're more mobile, then you want to do it with me, 1990 with angle with the legs, okay? Lift the knees up, drop it to the other side. And I did not start this way, just letting you know. Lift it up and drop it to the other side. Okay, you will notice this side is obviously a lot better, right? Because we did our pigeon there, and this side needs a lot more. And then I want you to get a feel of both. Good. Just keep on going. All right. Okay. Now we're going to stop in this position. So we're going to do the pigeon and mermaid on this side. Okay. So adjust yourself. Getting into your pigeon. Wiggle, wiggle your body. Left and right. Maybe extending your hands in front. Maybe dropping your forearms for your sleeping pigeon. Continue to wiggle. Or maybe lifting up. Okay? We're going to do that pigeon drill we did where we lift our toes up. When you're ready, 4, 5. 4. See where you're better with that active mobility, this leg or the other one. 2. And 1. We're going to hold it this time because we did a lot more on the other side. So we're just going to hold it here and really focus on sending that left foot out. Okay? So from here, maybe grabbing the inside of your ankle with a hand and then sending it out. Okay, stay and steady. Good. And then hook for your mermaid pose. Good. And then from there, you're going to really try to square your hips, right? So just try. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now let go of that right hand, sweeping all the way up, breathing in, and then exhaling to bind. Ooh, now we're gonna stay here for a little bit. Poor little buddy. He wants to go in. He's probably really hot. Okay, now when you're ready, okay, you either want to do that, right? Or if you can't, obviously, like what I said earlier, right? You want to just do this. And you really want to mimic even the right, and then just trying to reach for that arm, right? It's a great shoulder mobility. This really, you feel like the socket of your shoulders are getting out of the sockets. More like a, if you mobilize with like a stick, right? Kind of like same feeling. Ooh. And then wiggle, wiggle. And maybe release. Woohoo! All right. And then if you want to kick that left knee down or foot, breathing in, stretch it back. Breathing out, knee or heel to bum. Sorry, why do I say knee? Okay, intense, but it's so yummy. All right. Release back to your pigeon, and we're going to do again the 90-90 drill. Okay, so bending both knees. Okay, finding that 90 angle, doesn't have to be perfect. And then we're going to, again, bring the knees up and then the other side. Now this time, we're going to add something, okay? From this position, you're going to lift that right heel up, right? And I say heel because I want you to drive with the heel instead of the toes, right? So you're not going to be pointing, right? I want you to flex the foot, the back foot, and then you're driving the heel. If it doesn't go up, right, it's so hard and maybe you're only here, that's fine. So just try your very best. From here, you could help with that right hand, okay? And then hold it there. So you're going to breathe in, breathe out, stay there, and then breathe out with each out, right? You want to send it out more or higher, okay? Now, a little bit of a technique is you could drop down and then see to lift the heel up. So it doesn't really matter how low or high it gets, just see where you're at currently. And then after a month, you could go back to this video again and see if you've improved with that, right? So as you lift up, drop, and then down, up. Okay? So we're going to do this now for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and drop. Bring the knees all the way up, back to the center, and then switch sides. Ooh, my bone pops, so good. Right, drop, and then lift. Okay, now you're gonna observe which side was easier or harder for you, right? And then you could actually just like maybe play with still torso, but that's a lot harder. So again, inhale, you could lift up, and then exhale to kick up and fold. Right? We're going to do this again when you're ready. 4, 5, 4, 3, flex the foot, really drive with the heel. 3 again. 2, 2. We're going to even it out. 1 more 1. 1. Okay, good job. Now we're going to do switches. So knees up, bend to the opposite side, and then fold, kick up. Okay, drop, lift up, knees up, back to center, and then the other side. Fold and kick, drop, and up. Okay, again, knees up, center, knees to the left, fold and kick up, drop, and stand up. Well, not stand up. Torso up, knees center to the other side. drop, kick up, drop, lift up, knees up. Okay, last set. To the left, fold and kick the heel up, drop it down, lift the torso up, back to your center, to the other side. Good. Fold, kick up, drop, the torso up, knees up. And you're done there. Good job. Okay, now I want you to send your knees as wide as your mat, as much as you can get into your middle splits. Let's get into some wiggles first. Lifting one butt cheek at a time. Flex the feet, toes are pointing up, heels are firmly rooting down. And then just butt cheek is lifting one at a time. One butt cheek at a time. Good. Okay, now steady. You're gonna really engage the inner thighs. Inhale. Squeeze the butt cheeks as you exhale. It's hard, but it's okay. And then as you squeeze, just notice the inner thighs are harder. And then relax. Whoo, wiggle, wiggle your legs, point the toes if you want to play with it. And then we're going to drop the hands down or the forearms. Again, if it doesn't, you could always sit down on a pillow and get here. Good. And maybe hands forward if that feels good. If not, that's okay wherever you are. For a full pancake. Good. And then lifting up. Whoo! How are you doing? Feet together. Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Inhale, reach up or spine straight. Exhale to fold. Stay here, and then we're going to flutter the wings. Knees will really go up and down. Good. Okay. Whew, sit up. And now when you're ready, we're going to flow, and then we're going to do the bow pose at the end. Okie dokie. Let's go stand up and see how you're feeling. How are you doing? Shake your body. And then I'll meet you at the bottom part of the mat, wherever you are. Let me just adjust this. Okay, let's flow. Okay, inhale, we're going to reach our hands all the way up. And exhale, dive all the way down to your Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, you're going to crawl your fingertips in front, finding your downward facing dog. Good. Ooh, now we're going to roll our spine here forward. And then rolling it back. Rolling it forward. Rolling it back. Pairing it with your breath. And steady to your plank. You're going to rainbow shape your upper body by protracting your shoulder blades hollow and then squeezing the glutes down. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push back. Downward facing dog. Feet together. Big breath in, reaching the right leg up. 3-legged dog. Exhaling, knee to your chest. You're going to drop it down to pigeon. Good. And then untuck the back toes, getting into this high pigeon variation. Good. And then curl the toes under. Plant the palms down. And then you're going to push back with that shin still on that shape, right? So the pinky side edge of that right foot will be grounded. You're in this weird, funky shape for pyramid. Right, stretching the sides of the leg. IT band, you feel that. Good. Few more here. And shift forward to pigeon, bending the knee. And then shift back. Beautiful. We're going to do this for 3. Back. 2. back, and 1. Whew. Back, and that is intense. You're gonna send that right knee towards your chest. Good. From here, you're gonna lift it all the way up. See if you could get into this shape with a scorpion or half scorpion, and then knee to chest. Beautiful. Again, half scorpion. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then knee to chest. Last one, half scorpion. And then knee to your chest. Extend it out, high plank. Shift your weight forward. Shoulders gonna pass the wrist. Breathing in. Exhaling, chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. Beautiful job. Feet together. Left leg will lift all the way up. Breathing in. And exhaling, knee to your chest. Dropping onto your pigeon. Beautiful job. Untuck the back toes. Sit a little bit on the pigeon. Lift your torso up. Curl the back toes under. Lift the knees and hips. Good. Now you're going to lift the front knee up. Shift back. Pigeon stretch. Pigeon funky variation. Hold for a few. And breathe. When you're ready, we're going to do this for 5. Drop. Lift up for 5. Drop. 4. Drop. 3. Drop. 2. Drop. 1. Knee to your chest. Lift it all the way to your half scorpion shape. Bent knee still. Pointed toes. Same thing what we did earlier. And then you're going to shift your weight forward for knee to chest. For 3. Half scorpion. Push back. For 2. Half scorpion again. And last one. Stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Stick out that left leg. One-legged high plank. You're going to shift your weight forward. Shoulders going to pass the wrist. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Big breath in. Breath out. And whew. Okay, you guys, I'm going to see you on part 2 of the video, which is going to be on Sunday. So if you're watching this in the future, make sure to check out the card section up here. And also, I'm going to be linking it down below. This is the part 1. And then part 2 is going to be on Sunday, or I'm going to be linking it down below again. Just because I actually filmed a full hour class long of this class, but I did not realize that it got cut out at like about 30 minutes because of the heat. That's why I had to move here where it's a little bit, not direct sunshine. Even if it's winter, my camera died because of the heat. It's kind of crazy here in Las Vegas, the desert. The heat is really, really intense. So I'm so sorry about that, but I hope that you enjoyed. And for the next class, we're gonna be doing the bow pose. I'll see you there. Bye.